Peace, family. All right, y'all good now? We all right? You can hear me? Sorry about that, y'all. It wasn't our fault. I swear it wasn't our fault. Just technology being technology, doing what technology do.
Peace, family. All right, y'all good now? We all right?
Pause this right here.
Sorry about that, y'all. It wasn't our fault. I swear it wasn't our fault. Just technology being technology, doing what technology do. Peace, family. All right, y'all good? We all right?
Pause this right here. Second, there we go. All right, cool. Good evening. Good evening. Peace, y'all. All right, cool. Yeah, so if you can, click the link in the bio and go over to the Zoom. That would be great. So today we're gonna have a fun session. We're gonna talk about the markets. I'm gonna make sure I explain the bare minimum, the basics for everybody who may not know what that is, okay? We're gonna go over the basics and then I'm gonna do some live trading, all right, and show y'all how it works, all right? I'm excited. And I got some questions for y'all. So please, I hope everybody can get in here real fast. If you need the link, it's I might put it in my story too. Yeah, I'm gonna put it in my story just in case. But yeah, that was a glitch. So I would rather y'all on Zoom than on YouTube than on Zoom, actual IG. Yeah, what's up? Yeah, I see you. Peace, SM. All right, yep. What's up, Peachy? All right, we good. What's up, everybody? What's the YouTube link? It's in my story. You can go to my YouTube, my story. I got my it's Antoine.Digital on YouTube. All right, cool. All right, so it's a couple of questions I got. So for one, hopefully we're not gonna have the same problem tomorrow. So anybody coming to the coding session tomorrow, interested in learning about AI development, about how to become an AI operator, about how coding works in general, if so, type a 1 below so I can know who already signed up for that right there too, okay? All right, cool. Let's see who's in there. And I already checked instantly. I was like, wait, is we gonna have this issue tomorrow too? So we already good. We already got that all set up. Okay, cool, a lot. Yeah, sweet. I'm so excited for that. Y'all know coding is, I love to trade, but it's only because of coding that I trade. If I did not know how to code, I would not be trading right now because I just know I needed tools. And like trading is one of those things to where if you don't have the right teachers, the right ecosystem, the right tools, it's going to be a pain and you're going to be the victim, right? We got something we call smart money and dumb money in the market. And if you don't have the right tools, you are dumb money. So I knew that because a couple of books that I read when I was first learning how to trade, instantly I learned about, I went more so into like the history of Wall Street, right? The history of investing into currencies, into stocks, into highly leveraged kind of instruments. So I did that history first. And once I did that, I found out like, okay, this is not one of those like honest kind of situations. Like you really got to know what's going on. And if you're not equipped, it's kind of like if the NBA or NFL just said it's all right to use steroids, right? It's okay to use steroids, right? But you don't learn this coming up. You just don't think that nobody's using steroids. And then one day you find out, oh, everybody has steroids. And I've been playing against all of these people trying to, come up against them. But meanwhile, they're cheating, or I call it cheating, but really it's legal, right? It's not even legal. I mean, illegal. So that's the best part about what we're going to be doing today. These are the tricks, the strategies, the hacks that the big money, smart money that we call it are using. And now we're going to make sure that we spread it. That's the goal. All right. All right. All right, cool. So yeah, we're going to give people a couple more minutes to join in over on the link in your email, and then we'll go from there and get started. All right. Are you on Zoom? Yep, you can come into the Zoom. Yep, come to the Zoom. Yeah, I know some people joining probably like, what? All right, cool. All right, now I got one more thing I want to know, and I wanted to get more people here before I ask this, but we already got a bunch of people, so I might as well ask it now so I can read most of the questions and also the answers. So first, I'll get to what I want to hear from you. And I'm really curious about why you're here. right? Why now? Why are you here? What are you trying to get out of this? Okay. So if you can answer those three things kind of like in one small paragraph, why are you here? Why now? And what are you trying to get out of this? I really want to know, I want to make sure that I got a good idea. And, I even have some questions that I'm going to try to answer before you even ask them. But at the same time, it's nothing like knowing exactly what people are looking for. And I can let you know if we can do that for you or if we can't. Okay. That's the goal. All right. To be very clear up front. Because we're looking for our tribe. We say that a lot. We're looking for our specific people who fit into what we're trying to do, and what we're trying to teach and what we're trying to see people accomplish. So you may have a goal that is just not aligned with what we're currently doing. When we created the Unlock Academy, the goal was to help people unlock a lot, right? Unlock everything from what they have internally, intrinsically, their potential, to also opportunities, to tangible things, and even stuff that you can't foresee right now, like legacy, right? Or creating history. We just want to, it's no limit to what we want to help people unlock. But there's a time and place for everything. So we want to know, is this the time and place for us to actually work together? Are you going to join our membership and our community? We have thousands of people now who have joined this community, and we have over 15 coaches who help us maintain and orchestrate this on a day-to-day basis, literally, right? Sometimes we go on 7 days a week operating this mission. So who are you? Why are you here? And what are you trying to get out of this? Yeah, that's a fact. It's all in the name. All right, cool. I'm gonna put y'all over here on this screen so y'all can be on the, once the screen gets started. All right. So financial freedom, of course. What y'all think about financial security too? All right. I've been talking to a lot of people about that. Financial freedom, of course, has become a buzzword, but it's definitely something, when you think about it, it's something that you want. But then I just know that there's also levels to financial freedom. And I wonder how many people skip the step of thinking about financial security. Okay. What I'm going to teach you today about these markets, right? I'm going to show you situations where people are making billions of dollars. And then it's situations where people are making hundreds of millions of dollars. And then it's situations where people are making thousands, tens of thousands of dollars. And then, where people start at usually is making hundreds of dollars. Are you willing to take those steps? Or is your mind like, I need to learn this and I need to go right to the billions of dollars, the hundreds of millions of dollars, right? And for me, I'm more so the gradual person. I'm thinking about how we can do financial security as the mission, right? How do I get secure first? And then once I'm secure, I can, way more focused, I have more time, and I can now start to aim for financial freedom, like full freedom. And for me, I think it's just been helping with managing my expectations and also being grateful for all my wins, right? Instead of just always thinking about the huge win at the end of the finish line, I'm excited once I make one lap, right? Or 2 laps or 3 laps. So I'm curious about, how many people are working on that or have already got to that point, because maybe I'm late, maybe I'm late to that, but I just feel like that's a real way for me to stay grounded and keep hitting these goals. Learn a skill set, take care of my family. I love that. Learning a new trade for my repertoire. I've strayed away from investing because of not understanding the knowledge. I'm here to stay the path of generational income, having multiple streams that I can pass down to family, friends, ready to see everyone around me win. I love that, DJ. Financial security first, then freedom, and then generational wealth, teaching my children the skill as well. I'm here, focused and ready. Let's go. Yeah, I love everybody in here who's thinking about their youth, whether you have kids or not, but especially if you do and you stepping up, commendable, for real, salute, because all of us didn't come from that. I know a lot of y'all can relate. A lot of us didn't have parents who pushed that on us, who talk like this. So it may even feel like a fight at times. It's going to feel like you fighting against your kids and you trying to tell them what's best for them. You trying to help them. But meanwhile, they like, you disrupting what my life and what I'm trying to do. And you like, I'm trying to help you so you don't get caught up in this same, generational curse, right? This wickedness, this poverty. I'm trying to help you escape that. Shoot, we on the same team. I ain't trying to hurt you, but so it's gonna be that little fight as well. But keep doing it, keep pushing. It's gonna be worth it. It's gonna be worth it. We all got to. All right, cool. Peace, everybody joining in. I keep losing my money because I don't understand trading. Yeah, let's go. All right, cool. We got some real, like, I'm excited. So we just finished the 5-day challenge. Okay. We just finished this 5-day trading challenge. I'm still kind of blown away because honestly, when we set out to do this, we was like, we about to push people to the limit. We about to make them learn how to trade in 5 days. They're gonna know how to mark up a chart in 5 days. They're gonna know how to put in a trade in 5 days. And we know we're gassing ourselves up because this can be done, but it's also like gonna be a challenge. So once I told people early on, this is a challenge for y'all and a challenge for us. Long story short, we did it 5 days. And the 5th day, everybody was able to present what they did, or at least some people did, and some people sent theirs in later. And it just was like amazing to see, man. Really, really dope to see what we did as a unit, to see people really learn this and pick this up in just 5 days. And, it's one reason why one real big attribute is just one of our core competencies at Unlock Academy is to simplify and demystify this knowledge. So I'm really hoping that everybody who's been having a losing streak, who's been losing money, or who has tried to learn and couldn't even get started because it's too complicated, I hope these lessons that we have for y'all really help you. Today is just going to break the ice. It's really supposed to be me doing some, practice trading, and I just started inviting people into these sessions. So this is Charts 101. This is like kind of think about, a master of their craft really just practicing, right? Whether it's Basquiat just doing some freestyle paint, or Steph Curry in the gym shooting a couple shots, or Arnold Schwarzenegger in the gym just doing a couple warm-up sets. That's what this is supposed to be, right? Just practicing, getting used to patterns, marking up the chart, staying on top of it. This is not my normal trading session at 8 o'clock at 9 o'clock at night, but it is a trading session nonetheless. It's possible to make money during this time of night. So I like to practice around this time, and I want to show y'all how it all works, okay? And then if you like this, I would invite you to become a full member so you can get the full experience, more gradual hand-holding. You can get access to the 5-day challenge. That's what we're going to talk about at the end of this session. So you can get in at like a reasonable price. Like, we want to even give you a deal. But if it did that for those people in those 5 days, and shout out, I've already seen a few of those names on here to hear tonight. Proud of y'all. And like I said, I want this to be contagious. So I would love for more people to actually take that challenge. And all you have to do is, I would say, start on a Monday, watch one video Monday, do it again Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday. Mark up your own chart, share it with the tribe, show us what you've been working on. Okay. So that's what I'm hoping that we can give y'all, because I see what you all want. I see a lot of people need financial freedom. They need help sharpening up the skill or the knowledge, making it simpler. If that's a word, is that a word, simpler? I'll be saying that sometime, but I don't be knowing. But simplify this information for everybody, okay? And I think with that, we're gonna go ahead and get started. We was waiting for more people to join. Once again, sorry about the link mishap, but we got y'all nonetheless, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and hit record on this too. And I'm gonna go through some of these slides pretty quick because I wanna focus on some actual charting, okay? All right, bet. So welcome everybody. Today I'm going to talk about how to read the charts, and then first I'm going to talk about what the markets even are. Okay, so this is Charts 101 session, but I wanted to also use this presentation that I have right here because it really does give you more background on Forex. And I'm going to talk about it pretty quick, but if you need to, take some screenshots, go back over it. And then also, I think we usually send out a replay, so you can watch the replay too. But don't hesitate to ask your questions below. If you're on Zoom, you can use the Q&A box below. It's easier for me to track the questions. If you want IG, there's also a question box on there too. All right. Appreciate y'all. And once again, don't be shy. This is a no judgment zone. Ask whatever you want. Okay. All right, bet. So let's talk about what the markets are. But first, let's talk about why trading is like risky. It contains a substantial risk because nobody can predict the market. So before I get into all this, just know that what I do, what I've asked people to try out doing, which is investing into the markets, is a risky behavior, and you should only do it if you have money to lose. We call it risk capital. Risk capital is money that you can afford to risk and lose. All right. It's kind of like I tell people, you go to college, right? You go and you say, I'm going to get me a degree in liberal arts. I'm going to pay $40,000 for this degree. When you put that $40,000 towards that degree, there's no guarantee that you're going to get a job out of it. But that's risk capital. That's money that people are willing to risk, hoping that this degree will help them become more marketable. Same thing with trading. When I take my money and I put into the market, I'm hoping that it makes a profit, but it doesn't always make a profit. Okay. The goal is, of course, to just be more profitable, have more profitable days than non-profitable days, right? That's the goal. That's the strategy, not to come out here and be a wizard of the markets and always win. All right. So only trade risk capital. So what is Forex? Let's talk about what the market actually is. It stands for foreign exchange, which is short for trading, like pretty much the exchange rate of different currencies. Okay. And then you can trade those currency rates. If you're wondering what that means, just know that when you go to different countries, they will literally swap out your money. Let's say right here, we got the dollar and a pound. When we go over to Europe to trade in that pound, they are going to give us either a profit or a loss of our dollar, because these two currencies are not worth the same on a global level, right? Your dollar does not get you the same thing that a dollar will get you here, that it will get you over in London. So just knowing that there's a difference between the value of currencies means, remember, with anything in the world, if there's a difference in value, you can make money off of it. So sometimes, for example, your dollar bill will be worth more than it may be tomorrow. I'll give you an example. One day you may own a house and it's worth $100,000. The next day, that same house may be worth $101,000. What happens is now your dollars are worth less and the house is worth more. So the way that our capitalistic world works is, as long as I can find somebody's willing to buy this at a better price than what I bought it, I can make money. So trading is literally like the manifestation of, you can trade anything in the world, right? Anything, right? And you don't never have to even touch it. So this is why Forex is the biggest market in the world, okay? It's the biggest market in the world because people trade everything from oil to currencies to gold to stock indexes, corn, you name it, right? There's always something to trade. So that's how the Forex market kind of exists, because there's always buyers and sellers. And the cool thing about Forex is that you can make money as the market goes up or goes down. So if you think the price of oil is going to go down, you can make money. If you think the price of Bitcoin is going to go up, you can make money. You choose which direction you think the price is about to go, and you can make money. Now, it's not just a simple coin flip where you just like guess what's about to happen. No, in trading, you're going to learn something called market analysis. And what that means is you analyze and look for patterns. Simple. All right. And we're going to show you how patterns lead to profit. Okay. And the better you can be at finding patterns, more specifically, I would say finding the same pattern, because if you master one pattern, you make more money, right? Trying to do too much, right? You can kind of trick yourself out of your spot. So with Forex trading, what we're going to be doing is studying the market, and we're trying to predict if we should buy or sell this specific asset, instrument, currency, whatever we're going to call it. Okay. What I'm teaching you today is going to be based around the Forex market, but charting in general will work with any market, whether it's stocks or futures, anything, right? And cryptocurrencies at all will still work the same way. Speaking of crypto, if you don't know what crypto is, but you've probably been hearing a lot about it for the past 3 years, it's a digital version of currency. Remember, currency just means, it's a way of exchanging value. So that's it. So people just found a way to make a digital way of exchanging value. Because before, what we was doing was we was still bringing the physical, right? We was bringing regular US dollars onto the internet to exchange value, to say, hey, I want access to your website, to your course, to your sneakers, to your food. I want access to these things, and I'm gonna give you my US dollars or my euro or my naira, whatever currency you're using. But you know, with cryptocurrencies, it's a way to bring currency to the digital world without relying on centralized banks, right? Like the Federal Reserve or, you know, Bank of America and things like that. We don't need them if we have cryptocurrencies, right? It's decentralized currency. All right, that makes sense. If that's clear, type unlock for me. Type unlock. All right. Yes, yes. What's up, everybody? Sweet. All right, real quick, if you're from Africa or if you're living in Africa right now, or if you're on Africa time zone, type a 1 below. Type a 1 below. Just trying to see something, because we've been getting a lot of people from the motherland who've been joining and signing up. So we're really trying to do something real special for y'all, okay? We're trying to do something real special because, for one, we know y'all in a different time zone. And two, we know that finances are different. And three, we know that sometimes language barriers is a thing, okay? So we really, once again, we are a holistic academy, right? Holistic, meaning we try to think about the full range of a human and what it takes for them to level up. So we really working on some things for y'all. And I see a few already in here today. And I'm sure tomorrow we're going to have some as well. Okay. We'll get back to that, but thank you. Nice to meet you, Adam, Khalid, Favor, Terry. Okay, cool. All right, cool. So, I like to add this part right here, because crypto is literally just a digital coin created with code. Once again, all of this does come back down to code. It's like the air of the future, like it's everywhere. So real quick, is Forex a scam? Because I know somebody probably has heard that before in their life, but pretty much it's only be called a scam because there's a lot of people out here who scam people using this business, right? Using Forex as a business to scam people, like people use any other business, right? You might meet somebody who, I'm trying to think of an example. Recently, I just heard really bad. Oh yeah, like, you know, people who sell beat down properties or properties that they don't really own the lien to or something, or the deed to. I've seen people doing stuff like that. Or car dealerships, right? People sell you a car knowing something's going to go wrong with it within a couple of weeks, but they hid it really well. So it's not that the car business is bad. It's just that there's a couple bad culprits in the industry. So, but no, it's not a fake industry. It's so much money in it. Like I said, over $6.6 trillion, I think it was in like 2020, 2019, was traded per day, right? So a lot of money exchanging hands every day. It's a global market, so you can do it from anywhere in the world. It's pretty much opening 24 hours a day, except for the weekends. But now, because of the crypto market, Forex is still open on the weekends because you could trade crypto over the weekend. All right. And there's a lot of market makers a part of this. So there's big companies, big hedge funds who have millions or billions of dollars invested into the market. And their job is literally just to own, let's say, a bunch of these financial instruments and be ready at any time to buy it from somebody who wants to buy one, who wants to sell it, or sell to anybody who's ready to buy. So if you want to get in the market right now and you want to predict that the price of gold is about to go up, then you can buy it right now, because there's companies who are just right there ready for you. And there's a broker who would pretty much contact that company for you. All you have to do is press a button and they contact that company real quick, exchange hands. It's all done through code. And simply, you can now own this asset. And then whenever you're ready to sell it, pretty much you're selling it back to that same company, that market maker, who is now ready to sell it back at that same price. But you just have to hope that when you're ready to sell, it's at the price that you want it to be, because there's no guarantee that when you're ready to sell, you like, I want to sell this for $10. Who said it's going to be $10 tomorrow at 5 o'clock? right? That's the trick. That's the challenge, is to know that it's going to be at a certain price, and then you have to be willing to hold it till that price. Okay. So hope this is making sense. I'm just trying to lay down the groundwork for a lot of this. And one more reason why we could just really prove that this is not like a full scammy kind of market. Here's some big success stories, and then I'll get into some more medium success stories. But for example, a couple billionaires who made a bunch of money, like their whole fortune kind of built off of trading. Andy Krieger, who was a trader who saw not the end of the world in Black Monday, but instead an opportunity. While watching panic on the markets, he noticed how vulnerable the New Zealand dollar was. So he decided to take it down. Using 400-to-1 leverage on a $700 million trading limit, he made the Kiwi to collapse and got 1 second profit of $300 million. So he put a bunch of money, right, on one trade, and it was a fragile instrument, meaning a lot of people already in New Zealand were feeling down and destitute. It was Black Monday. Everywhere around the world was looking bad, right? The whole economy was shaky. But he found one specific country that was really looking bad, bet a bunch of money against it, which made a lot of other people in the market say, oh, wow, look at this. This thing is about to crash. So they started selling too. So his pressure made everybody else start selling. And as soon as they started selling, he was able to now pull his money out of the market. Okay. Really quick, made, like what we said, $300 million in one trade. So kind of crazy. Another one right here made $2 billion off of a trade. Huge, right? That's kind of crazy, right? Kind of crazy. And then George Soros, he a billionaire, and his one trade was short selling 10 billion British pound as a result, and he made 1 billion USD. Kind of crazy. All right. So that's just like what's possible, but that's long term. And also, these people aren't trading their own money. That's another thing, right? A lot of these are people who are trading other people's money, right? Prop firms. So what that means is these are other companies who will give you money, right? Banks or wealthy individuals who just need somewhere to sit their money and grow it. So that's what they do. They handle those big kind of funds. And nowadays, which I'm going to talk about soon, is that that's now possible to do for all of us, right? Now there are online prop firms that will give us money. Here's an example of what a prop firm looks like, but this is what it used to be right here, what you about to see, right? A small version of it. And then I'm going to show you where it's at now. So this guy right here, he made a post, and I can't validate all of this, so don't take my word for it, but there are many stories like this. But pretty much he said he spent a couple years learning Forex, became really good, made a strategy, and his strategy pretty much helped him grow this account. He went from having $2,000 of his own money. He grew that to $5,000 of his own money, quit his job, started working on Forex because he's seen the potential of it, made about 20 to 30% per month. So he was very, very aggressive. Usually people aim for anywhere from 5% per month to 10% per month. Those are like great months. Okay. If you can do 10%, 15%, that's really great. 20 is a little aggressive. 30 is like really aggressive, but it's also not impossible, right? It's just saying that you're trying to make money quicker, opposed to the person who's saying, as long as I'm making 10% of my money every single month, I'm good. You know, somebody who's thinking long-term, because if you do the math, compounding interest, 10% per month on any account is freaking bananas. If you could just do that and be patient with it, you can make so much money, right? And we can throw that through a compound calculator if we have more time at the end. So I'm just saying that that's usually the more patient route, but there are some people who are aggressive and they want to make that amount of money quick. So while he was trading, he ended up saying that his goal was to find an investor to give him $50,000 to $100,000. He found somebody to give him $70K. On that person's account, he earned 20% on the first month. He did really good, ended up growing it to $85K and then to $150K within 2 months. This seems really aggressive. Like, that's pretty huge, right? I wouldn't be trying to make, I don't know. That's just me. I don't know. And once again, I'm like the turtle in the hare. I'm the hare. I'm the rabbit. I'm the turtle. My bad. I'm the turtle. I'm more so like, I'm gonna get there. right? I ain't trying to rush it. I'm gonna really make it there when I'm supposed to make it there. But some people, you know, they go crazy, and I just don't want to get into gambling. So, but I don't want to say that and then, you know, change who you are as a person. I want you to be who you are, but I do want you to know that there's two sides. I don't want you to think that this is the only way to trade. So long story short, he ended up growing his $2,000 account up to $500,000. Okay. All of us can do it no matter what strategy you use, more, less aggressive or more aggressive. Either way it go, you can still do this. All right. And now he manages $1 million USD. This is the dope part. Now there's a way for us to actually do this, right? Without even having to go through some, like pretty much asking one person to give me 50, another person to give me 100, and then I got to grow it up to $1 million. Nothing wrong with that approach, but there's even a way right now for you to take a test. And if you pass that test, that company will give you $1 million. Okay. It's kind of crazy, right? It's a trading test. So you have to pass their test, meaning you have to grow an account by 8, I think it's 10% before you lose 5%. So it's pretty dope. So these are called prop firms, and pretty much you can get into the market by just passing a test, and then it'll give you an account with 20,000, 50,000, 100,000, up to $1 million. Okay. Really dope opportunity. So that's what me and my team been focused on, and also what we've been pushing everybody in our tribe to do. So if you want to be a part of that, in March, I'm going to do a challenge for our tribe. And what that means is we're going to do it together. We're going to all get funded accounts, and we're going to try to grow it together. Everybody doesn't have to take the same trades, but we're all going to be working on this simultaneously. Okay. So today is January 23rd, right? Is that 2023? It's 23. Let's go. So today's the 23rd. And we're going to be focused on learning for the next, let's say, 4 or 5 weeks, right? So I'm gonna make sure that everybody feels equipped and ready. And in March, we're hitting the ground running. So I'm gonna talk more about those prop firms here in a second. But if you're interested, type unlock below. If you would love to be a part of this challenge to become a funded trader, to make anywhere from, let's say, a $20,000 account up to $1 million account. I wouldn't suggest starting with $1 million. I would start a little bit smaller. Even start with, they got a 2,000 account as well, and then a 5,000. I would start even in those ranges if you really want to be more patient with it, because this is the crazy part, y'all. You can get as many of these accounts as you want. You can this is crazy, right? This is because I just learned about this a year ago. And then last year I started practicing it, and I looked up and I had a couple different accounts at once. And I was like, oh, this is wild. This is really crazy. Like, it's not getting a loan. You don't have to go through any paperwork to actually get a credit check or something like that. This is actually a really big opportunity. And when I started running the numbers about if we did this on a mass scale, this could bridge the wealth gap. What? So I'm still trying to master it myself. And I got funded, but I want to do it. It's this account I'm gonna show you in a second. It's this one account that you can get, and you can grow it from 2,000 to 1 million, 1.3 million. And every time you grow, so the way it works is every time you grow your account by 10%, they double your account. So you can start with a 2K account, or you can start with a 10K or 50K, but just whatever account you start with, they double it. So you can go from 2K to 4K to 8K to 16K to 32K, and they just keep giving you more money as you prove that you can grow that money. So I'm just like, once again, always running the numbers. I think about the people who all in our community, right? Thousands of people sign up for these classes. If we came together and put that, oh my God, it gets crazy real quick, right? This is the kind of potential that we can do, right? At a 10 to 20% growth a month, okay? 5K a month, that could lead to 50K a month. So if you got a $100,000 account and you grow it by 10%, that means you made $10,000, right? So if you can make $10,000 a month on a compounding basis, it starts to get really, really sweet, okay? And then we can grow that up. Just imagine as a tribe, right? What I put through cooperative economics, we can get to $1 billion a year in trading, especially now that I know what I know when it comes to these prop firms. And it's a bunch out there. I've been researching them. So I got 4 that I've really been like looking into heavy, 2 that I've actually tried out. But these 4, they trust it. They got a lot of good reports out there. They got big backers, so the money is there. So I'm excited because I'm like, last year I was skeptical and I tried it out and it worked and I made money. I did cash out because it's their money in their account and then you can withdraw your profits. So if you make 10,000 in a month, you get to keep 75 to 85%. So let's say you keep 7,500, they keep 2,500. You can easily just go to their website. They use something called Deal, and Deal is how you transfer the money from their account to your PayPal or through crypto or right to your bank account. So yeah, once I went through the whole process and I seen it and it worked and I got money, I got paid, I said, okay, this is real. I heard about these 2 years ago, 3 years ago, and I was like, sounds fake. Who's going to just give me 100K? Who's going to give me a 500K? Who's going to give me $1 million? Sound like cap. It's not. If you just have to understand how the business works. And once I looked into the business of it, I said, oh, this is how they're able to do that. This isn't even anything new. This has been happening on Wall Street. This is how Wall Street even works. It's other people money, and they're looking for traders like you and I to trade the money. That's the thing. These people who have millions and billions of dollars, they want to sit on their yachts, or they want to be in their office. They want to be in meetings. They don't want to be in front of charts trading. So they look for people like you and I to run that, to grow that money. So when you look at Goldman Sachs, right, this $1 trillion company, you know why they worth $1 trillion? It's because they have a bunch of traders. They hire traders like me and you to grow their clients' money. Okay. So before, in the past, we had to actually join them. We had to join a Goldman Sachs, a JP Morgan, Citibank. That's how we would have to grow and get our own money, right? To be a part of this. You had to apply, you had to go to school, you had to go to finance school or invest in and get it certified as an investor. None of that no more, right? Now it's literally decentralized on the internet again. So the power of code, right? The power of code. Yeah, so you do a, somebody asks you to do a 1040 and W-4. I would say do the business one or the individual one. Either way it go, they're going to treat you like a 1099 contractor. So you're a trader for them, but you like work for them under contract, not as an employee or any other legal obligations. Like if you lose the money, you don't owe them any money, anything like that. The profit split is they have 50-50 versions. They have a 50-50 level. They have a 75-25 level. And they also have a, it can go up to 90-10. So you either get 50% of it, 75% of it, up to 90% of it. All right. It's pretty cool. How do you find companies like that? You can research them, right? You can research them, but there's a lot I can't say this, but remember when we talked about scam, right? Forex is a scam. It's never the industry, it's always the people. So there are some prop firms out there who will scam. You got to be careful, right? Some of them, for example, they got this rule where it says you have to trade consistently. So you can't trade and make $10,000 one day and then only make $100 the next day, right? And that's a rule. And I was like, oh no, that's whack. And you can lose, like they will take your account from you if you do that. So I look for the companies who have easy rules, clear rules, and they really don't, you could tell that they for the traders. They're not trying to trick the traders, right? Because you have to pay to take the test, right? To take the challenge. And if you fail it, then you have to pay again. You could pay over and over and over again. So some people only want to make money off of you paying for the challenge, paying for the test. It's like that person who in real estate, right? You apply for a house. You want to rent out this apartment, and they say, okay, you can come see it and then pay this $125 application fee. And you be like, I got to pay this fee. And if I don't get it, you might not even call me, but you still got my $125, right? We all probably had that feeling. I can't stand when they do that because I'm like, there's no reason for me not to think that you're not trying to scam me right now. There's no reason. You could literally take 100 people applications and you already know who application you want to take, right? So, but you still accepting people applications. This isn't like that in the sense of the companies who we go with, They have clear rules, so it's like you can't even trick me. It's not even they can win and I can't win. I can win and you can win. So we in there, okay? How long do it take to make 5K a month and trading with consistently for beginners, for being a beginner? So think of it like this. I'm gonna kind of make it a real simple for you. If you go consistently learning on how to trade, I just told you we taught people the fundamentals in 5 days. So start with that. I would say get the 5-day challenge. It comes with the membership if you are a member, so you already got it, or you can just buy it separately. And then go through day trading school. And I say that's going to take you anywhere from, and I'm being aggressive. All right. I'm talking to somebody right now. This is for my people who like, I need to get it right now. Right. I'm ready. I'm locked in. If I was you, I'm somebody who I'm obsessed when I start something. So I'm going to put in 1 hour, 2 hours a day, minimum, if I don't find more time, because I'm the type, if I'm sitting at a red light, I might be listening, learning. If I'm in the tub chilling, right, I might be learning, right? Before I go to bed, I might watch a video. I might wake up earlier to watch a video. I'm on it. Like you can't stop me. So I might do on a minimum 2 hours, 1 hour, and then on the higher end, I might do 3-4 hours. Don't let it be a weekend and I don't have family around or something. I might put in 6, 7, 8, 9 hours. So boom, let's say you putting in just the 2 hours, 1 hour a day, you should be able to learn day trading school within 2-3 weeks, right? And then if I was you, I would do it again. Boom, put it in another 2 or 3 weeks just to make sure I got it. So we talking about 4 to 6 weeks of going hard and you're going to feel the difference. And then on top of that, because you're still going to be a little shaky, the cool thing is you're going to have a tribe around you. You're not alone. So when you do feel like you might be forgetting something, you're going to be in a class with me or with Coach Bobby or with Coach Jay, right? Or with Coach Boss or Craig or, Nicole, or you might even be with some of your tribe members in the chat on Slack. We're going to have this private group. Well, we already have it. It's called the Funded Mentorship. It's a private channel that we have just for our students who are trying to get funded. So all of you who are about to take this journey with us and go for the March, right? Our March challenge, I'm gonna call it March Madness or March Challenge. Y'all gonna all be in this Funded Mentorship channel as well. So you're gonna have this 6 weeks of training, going hard, repetition, making sure you got it, practicing, and then you're gonna be doing this as a group. So that's the first part, learning it, feeling ready to start. And then you talk about making 5K a month. I would just do the math and say, okay, if I had me an account, let's say a 50K funded account or a 100K funded account, all I need to do is grow that account by 1 to 2% per week. And that will get me to 5K per month. I'll break it down. If you have a $100,000 account, right? And I'll show you how to get it. I've done it twice. If you have a $100,000 account and you grow it by 1%, that's $1,000. If you make one trade per week, right? One profitable trade. Let's say you do 3 trades, you lose 1, you lose 2 of them, and you win 1 of them, but you still ended up making 1,000. And I'll show you how that's done in a second. So if you make $1,000 per week from trading, that's $4,000 per week. So I would just say, all right, let me just double that a little bit, or let me make 2 trades per week, or 1 trade this week, 2 trades this week. So long story short, it's not hard at all if you just go through the steps of learning, which may take you anywhere from 4 weeks to 8 weeks. Let's just give it that buffer. And then getting funded, which may take anywhere from 30 days to 90 days. So altogether, you may be looking at, on the lower end, let's say 8 weeks, on the higher end, 16 weeks. So that's 4 months. That's 2 months to 4 months to really be able to get close to your goal of 5K a month. And it's just all based on who you are as an individual. Will you let us know which companies are scams? Yeah, I'm going to show you the ones I recommend. I'm going to give you direct links to them. I ain't even going to let you be out here doing no crazy searches. We're going to let you know. All right. Our strategy. Let's talk a little bit about our strategy before we jump on these charts. And what I do, I'm always trying to be with the smart money. So we got smart money versus dumb money. Smart money is the people who are going with the trend, right? It's usually the big banks who are trying to create the trend. Because remember, we're trading against We're trading in a market where the big bears and the bulls are battling it out. The bulls are the people who are trying to buy right now. People who think that Amazon stock is cheap and it should be higher. And the bears are the people who are like, nah, Amazon stock is expensive. It's not worth this amount. Let's sell. I'm selling mine off. Sell. I mean, predict that the market is going to go down. So you'll be able to look at the market and find patterns that tell you who's winning right now. Usually when I see a W pattern, that means the bulls are winning. When I see an M pattern, that means that the bears are winning. So the goal is to just be on the right side of the market, and that's how we make money, okay? The key thing to all of this is market analysis. So if you can do good market analysis, you win. Market analysis means just studying past market data, meaning looking at the charts to seeing what the market has done, also looking at where the price currently is right now, and then also volume. How much volume it is in the market. Is there a lot of people or is there not a lot? If a lot of people in the market, that means it's moving faster. So that means we can jump on, get our money, and then jump back out, okay? I call it pip and dip because a pip means every time the price moves, it goes up like a pip. So if gold goes from 1800 to 1801, it's like that means it went up 100 pips or something like that. So we call it pip and dip. You get your pips and you get out the market, okay? Can you start trading with $100? Yep, you can start trading with $10. Okay, cool. So real quick, before we jump onto the chart, I want you to see a candlestick before it starts to scare you, because I know some people are always wondering, like, what the heck is this? A candlestick just tells us the price of this current instrument, whatever we're talking about. So for example, we might be talking about something called the USD JPY. And what this means is the US dollar versus the Japanese yen. Okay, US dollar versus the Japanese yen. So this is really saying if the price of this is probably something like I think it's a real small number, actually. 1 second. Let me see what this current price is. Because I don't want to front to y'all. All right, yeah, 130. So the current price is 130.30. Okay. So what this means is that the current, you need 130 Japanese yen to purchase $1 US. So if you came from Japan right now with your yen and you had 130 yen and you took it to the exchange, the foreign exchange bubble at the airport or something, they're going to give you $1 US. You're going to be like, I just gave you 130 bills and you gave me $1 back, because that's the exchange rate. That's how much it's worth. So our goal is to figure out what's about to happen next. Is it going to go down further to 128, or is it going to go up, right, to something like 131, right, 0.30? And if you can just predict which one it is going to do and you're right, you can make money as it goes up or as it goes down, okay? That makes sense. We all good? If we clear type of 1 for me, just make sure we good. If not, type of question mark. I'll be looking for those question marks a lot. Yo, that trade jumped up so quick. Oh my God. It's probably about to do it again. And again, it's probably about to do it again. Let's go. Yeah, I might catch a good trade tonight. In this case, are you long USD? I haven't chose yet. I haven't chose. So it's whichever you long if you think it's going to go up, and you short if you think it's going to go down. That's what they call buying and selling. Long if you think it's going to go up, short if you think it's going to go down. Yep. So candlesticks, though, they just tell us information about the price, what it currently is. So pretty much the candlestick changes prices all day. As long as the market is open, the price is going up or down, right? That's what's happening with the US dollar, Japanese yen. In real time, it's changing, right? The currency exchange rate. Multiple things could change it. Usually it's just about human emotions and how people feel. So if people feel like the Japanese yen is weak today, then the price is going down. If some economic data comes out and there's a recession in Japan, that's going to make it weaker. If there's a recession in the US dollar, that's going to make the US dollar weaker. So if the US dollar gets weaker, that means this goes down, okay? It goes down and we get closer to this price. Why? Because now if the US dollar is weaker, that means you get less Japanese yen for it. So now, if you like yesterday, if you would have took your US dollar to Japan, like just to be honest, for I can look and see, if you would have took it yesterday, you'd only got 129 Japanese yen. But today, if you would have took it, you would have got 130. So the price has changed over a day. Now with trading, what we're going to do is we're just going to buy a bunch. So it's not like you're only buying one. With trading, what happens is we get leverage. So for every like $1 you put into the market, the company that you work with, the broker, I'm going to show you, the broker is going to give you $500 or $200 or sometimes $20, depending on who the broker is. Their job is to give you more leverage. So now what you could say is, hey, I'm about to buy a bunch of US dollars because I think the price of those is going to go up over the next day, right? So that's all we're doing. Okay, that's how we trade. And the candlesticks just tell us what the current price is. So if you see a green candlestick, that means the price has been going up. And if you see a red one, that means the price has been going down. So look over here, top left-hand corner of your screen, or right maybe. Up here you see green means it was going up, then it was going down. Then it started going back up, then it started going back down. Up, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up a little bit. Now it's going back down. That's what we're doing. We're trying to ride this up when it's going up, and we're trying to ride it down when it's going down. That's it. Okay. The candlestick, you'll get used to why it looks like this. Pretty much the top means this was the high of that point. So if this represents the last 1 hour, for example, because sometimes that's what, let's say the last 1 minute, every candlestick represents 1 minute, because sometimes they represent 1 minute, then they could be 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Don't worry about why, but later you'll get it in a minute why. But pretty much, let's say this is worth 1 minute. So during this minute, this was the highest the price went. Let's say it was 131.30. And then this down here is the lowest it went at the bottom of this candlestick, which might have been 131.25, right? So that's what the candlestick does. It tells us exactly what the high of the price was last minute, the lowest the price was last minute, where it opened at, and then also where it closed at. So where at the end of that 60 seconds, at the end of that 1 minute, how much was it worth? Okay. Cool. So let's go ahead. We're going to jump into some charts. But before we do that, I want to show you how to sign up to join our full day trading membership. Okay. So if you come over here to our day trading path link, I'll drop it in the chat for you. Our memberships work like this. We have monthly and annual. Monthly, you can get started at $149, or annual, you can start at $199. Or our mastery is $199. So these are our monthly plans right here. The only difference between these two, right, and I'll show you, it's a big difference, and I hope you choose wisely. The biggest difference is this right here, our prop firm mentorship, okay? The prop firm mentorship means that when you sign up for this $199 a month plan, these are the people who I said are going to be working with us in March to get funded, okay? This is where our coaches, right, are going to have that extra special group. You still, if you in this plan right here, ain't like we neglecting you, we not working with you, you can't come to the live classes. Not like you still get access to all of that. The thing is, the prop firm is the focus for our mastery members. These are people who are trying to get funded. And right now, they're not only in the learning phase, right? Because this is where we focused on earning. This is where we focused on learning. You can do both. You can learn and earn at the same time. That's what this is really about. This is the earn and learn, okay? And then over here, you're more so focused on just learning, and that's that. So it's really up to you which one you want to do, all right? Let me know in the chat what you're more focused on, L, if you want to just do L for the next 3, 4, 5 months, or if you want to be in an E and L for the, like when we start, right now and then going into March. So let me know what you think about that. Like I said, you get more in-depth feedback as part of this plan. You also get access to more classes because you do get the risk management class, the prop firm class, and then we have a funded mentorship live class bi-weekly on Mondays. Okay, so you get a little bit more. We're doing something special right now for the people who are typing those below. You see the prices right here for that $199 a month. If you do the math, that's like $2,400 for the year. So that's our annual $2,400. But we got a link I'm gonna drop for y'all in a second. Coach Nicole gonna help me drop the link actually, and we're doing some specials. So you can actually get half off your first month, right? With either one of these monthly plans. And then for the annual, taking it down to $1,500. We knocking $900 off of that. Okay, $900. And that's a 24-hour special too, $2,400. That's kind of crazy, down to $1,500. So we did this before, and the people who took advantage of it, those are the people who are honestly still around too. Those are the people who like, I was in this for the long run. I'm gonna pay my year up front. This is how I'm gonna commit, and I'm gonna stick around to the end. If that is a little bit too much for you, let's say you can't, like let's say you literally can't, you ain't even got it in your account and the monthly makes more sense for you, cool. And I would say take advantage. Don't forget to use that discount code so that way you can get half off your first month. Okay. Also, these do come with the funded mentorship with the $199 and the $2,400. If you only pay $1,500, you still get the funded mentorship as well. All right. Also want to show you, this is what everybody gets who's a part of the memberships, no matter which one you're a part of. You get access to the 5-day trading challenge, day trading school, and our internal trading challenges. So alone, super dope right there. Also talk about tools of the trade. This is a course that literally shows you how to use things like Owanda, which is the broker, or TradingView, which is where we trade at. Okay. So really dope. ENL, L then E, ENL, cool. All right. So who's ready for me to stop talking and get into some trading? I'm definitely ready, but I wanted to make sure everybody was on the same page. Okay. I wanted y'all to really be on the same page with these questions. We're gonna talk more about this stuff later on if we got time. Okay. But I want to really go over here to jump on the TradingView, because T.Bot is sending some signals. And I'm like, okay, I want to see where we at for the night. Okay. If anybody got questions before we jump off, anybody got questions on the memberships? If not, type a 1 below so we can jump onto the charts. Holy cat. Perfect. Let's go. I'm gonna go back to let's go to that one. All right, cool. Let's get it. Okay, I'm going over here to my tradingview.com. So tradingview.com is pretty much a website where you can study the market. Okay, you can literally go in here and you can look at the charts, and I'm gonna make it real simple. I'm gonna move all of this stuff so it don't look too complicated. And this is what you want to start with, right? You want to start with a real good, clean chart. I might even open up another one. Really clean, take that off right there. Nice right here. Okay. So yeah, I'm on tradingview.com. It's a website that you can use for free. I'll go ahead and share my link just in case you do sign up, because I think I get a kickback, and I think you also can too. So yeah, TradingView it became like one of the best softwares over the last 5 years with trading. There was a lot of softwares that always existed, but they took it to that next level. So you'll hear a lot of people who actually talk about TradingView or use it. Okay. So our goal right now is to find different patterns and figure out what is this market about to do. So I'm on this chart right here. Let me read off a couple important things. I'm on the US dollar versus the Japanese yen. So if this is going down like it looks like it is right now, that means the US dollar is getting weaker compared to the Japanese dollar. Okay. So this thing is going down a little bit. You can also find it here, US dollar, Japanese yen. We're on the 5M right now. I'm about to change this actually to the 1M. Let me change that. You could just click up here, change it to 1M. And what that means is now we're looking at the 1 minute chart. And that just means that every 1 minute, this chart is going to update. That's all. Over here on the right-hand side is going to be where our tools are. So different tools we may need are like drawing tools to draw on the screen, shape tools to help us find different shapes like triangles, letters as well, like W's or M's or A's or V's. So somebody's probably like, what the heck does that mean? How are we going to find that on this chart? It just takes your eye to be very keen, and you'll start to notice that if you look right here, this is like a V pattern. See how the market went up and then went down? That usually means something is about to happen. Same thing, here goes the M pattern. The market went up, went down, went up, went down, and that usually means something is about to happen. For example, it usually means the market is going to continue going down. M's means, for me, it means like, think about climbing down the mountain, okay? Down the mountain, M, you're going down that mountain, right? So that's what we're looking for right here. After an M pattern, start to expect like this decline of the price going lower and lower, okay? So as a trader, if you're having a hard time trading or getting used to how to trade these charts, my methodology is to just find patterns, usually basic patterns like the alphabet or shapes like circles, squares, triangles. Use the basics to your advantage because the market is literally based on the basics, okay? It's all things that we've seen our whole entire life, okay? So these tools over here just help us mark our chart, and that's what I've been doing over here. Another thing that you may start seeing eventually is patterns, right? Bigger patterns, like for example, what would you say this is, right? Let me try this again because I know sometimes my drawing could be a little weird. What would you say this is right here? Right? Let's say I didn't even add this last part right here. What does that look like? A body, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, Ralph, exactly. Ralph hit it on the head. Georgine hit it on the head, right? Does anybody see that pattern on this chart right now? Yep. So this pattern right here that some people are calling out in the chat is head and shoulders. This looks like a body, right? If I put a face on it, you'll see it, right? So pretty much this right here represents the head and then two shoulders, okay? So this kind of manifests itself sometimes on the market. And it usually means that the market is about to continue going down and build the rest of that body out, right? It's going to continue building out, and we're going to see something else start to happen. Over here, right, Ralph sees it over here. Look at this right here. Market goes up, we have a shoulder, we have a shoulder. So it's not like a circle in a body, right? It's not like that, but it does show you a more spiky kind of head and shoulders. That's what we're looking for. So it's like your mind, your eye will start to see these images very clear, even though they're vague. So somebody else who doesn't have a trained eye can't see this head and shoulders over here. They can't see that. They don't know that I'm talking about this pattern right here will lead to the market falling all the way down, like we see here. This happens a lot throughout the day, okay? So that's what we want you to do. We want you to be able to find those patterns. I love to find the letter W, okay? And if I'm not finding the W, and if I don't see those happening, then I'm probably looking for M's, because W is just the opposite of an M. So whereas W's, I expect to see the market go down, up, down, and then really make a big up. That's what I'm looking for. If I'm not seeing that happening, then I'm probably seeing something like a up, down, up, and then a big fall down like that. So I'm usually looking for one or the other, okay? That's where I make all of my money. That's my focus. That's my strategy, okay? Is there a small W just past the 2100 mark? Let's look. Yes, good eye right there. Yep, good eye. Market went down, up, down, and it started working its way back up. That's a beautiful W. But this market is overall in a seller's market. So the W's are going to be there. There's going to be a couple, but they're going to be weak. So they're not going to be the W's that do this down, and then shoot all the way up. They're more so going to be down, up, down, and then maybe go up a little bit. So you have to make all of your money starting here, going up. You got to be able to get in and get out, right? You're not going to be able to ride, because with these bigger ones, we ride that trend for a while. It goes up, 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 right? And that's what I'm going to show you here in a second. So let me clear all of this off and show you what T.bot, which is my trading bot. So remember, I'm a coder, and I really like to focus on using those tools, right? Building out those tools that can help us win, right? Help us see those trends in the market. So this is Monday, January 23rd. Look at that. Yes, yep, that's the one. Yep, that's the one. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna turn on these signals right here. So remember, this price is just letting us know what's happening on the market. So when you see it going down, that means the price is going down. If you see it going up, that means the price is going up. We want to blend with the trend. We want to be with the bulls when it's a bull market. When people are buying, we want to be buying. When it's selling, we want to be selling. So once again, we looking for those patterns, right? If I can start seeing the market do, I'm gonna go over here, use my brush tool, go down, go up, go down, start, okay, this is looking good. I'm looking for it to continue up. And that's what I'm looking for. Now, if I'm busy, if I'm at work, or if I'm driving and I don't have time to look for that, I need help. So as you see the chart change real quick. This is because I'm turning on signals from T.bot. When the areas where you start seeing these colors at is where T.bot is telling us to start looking for trades. It's like, yo, look, pay attention. The market is on the move. We got momentum. We got action, right? So, and sometimes you might get in before T.bot. Sometimes you might get in after, okay? It just depends, right? T.bot scans the market 24/7, looking for opportunities, always waiting for opportunities, okay? So check this out right here. This was a W right here. So you could have made money at a couple of different places on this chart, okay? One, you could have made money down here at the W, or once it breaks out of this trap, you also could have made money. So this is what I call my trap right here. You could have made money also on that breakout. So T.bot here was telling us to watch for the breakout because the market is probably about to go up and that's exactly what it did. It definitely did that, killed it too. Sheesh. So that was pretty dope right there. We got in and that joint went all the way up. So I'm about to be looking for trades right now because this is what we do at this time of night. The market is actually moving right now. So we can look and see what's about to happen. So I'm gonna turn on candlesticks because this is what helped me trade. If I'm seeing more green, I know that the bulls are winning. If I'm seeing more red, I know that the bears are winning. So what I like to do, the first thing I like to do when I jump on the markets, and I'm gonna show you how to trade here. I'm a paper trade. So I'm gonna put in an actual trade tonight too. I don't know if I'm gonna win or lose yet, but I'm gonna put in that trade and hope to win. I'm gonna try to win at least. But this is for tutorial purposes. So first thing first is you want to mark up the chart, because once you mark up the chart, that's doing your analysis and it tells you what's the best thing to do next. Okay. So what I like to do to mark up a chart is I just like to zoom out, right? And I like to look and see where the current direction is at. Like, where's the market having a problem growing at, right? So if it gets to a certain point and then reverses, that means that that point is probably what I call a ceiling. A ceiling just means where, you find that resistance where the price does not want to go by. So if you might look over here and see this resistance right here. Watch how the price goes up and then it comes back down, up, 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 down, up, down, up, down. So if you look, it was like ping-ponging in between this area and this area. All of this up here, all of this was like pretty much the area where the market really didn't know what it wanted to do. So yes, consolidation, great, exactly. So we're seeing that, and we're looking for opportunities to make money. So for me, I call this the trap. The trap is a dangerous place to trade, but if you know what you're doing, it's a very profitable place to trade because you get more trades, right? You get more trades in the trap because what happens is the market bounces from the top to the bottom, top to the bottom, or what I call the ceiling. Excuse me, let me erase that. This is the ceiling and the floor. The floor is at the bottom. So the price is usually bouncing in between the ceiling and the floor, okay? And you can make money if you can catch that bounce right. So when it comes down to this floor, buy it and then ride it till it goes up. When it comes up to the ceiling, sell it and ride it till it goes down. You just got to be on the right side, okay? So here we ended up getting a breakout because it did finally break out of that floor right around that area, right here. It broke out, went lower than what it was doing before. Before, it was having a hard time getting past here. Finally, it broke out, went up, broke down, went up again. This thing might be ready to come on down, right? It might be ready to come on down. So we need to know, are we going to be selling, or do we think this is going to go up and we're going to be buying? Okay. So the goal right now is to start looking for those patterns. So I don't know. Let me erase, let me do my analysis and figure out what do I think is about to happen. So I'm gonna start by marking up this chart with some real solid stuff. Like I said, this is the highest we've been. So I'll put a little line up here for my ceiling, my highest ceiling. And then we know the price has been this low down here from our W. So that's like a floor. We also see it was this low back here. This is another floor down here, okay? So think of it as a trap, right? This is like a 3 or 4 story trap as well. So down here is like level 1. And then look at this trap floor right here. Look how the price hits this point right here and reverses, hits there and reverses. That lets me know that this right here is probably another trap right up in here. And we're probably already currently in, remember this other trap we was talking about up here, right? Remember that one. So as you see, I'm just drawing those areas where the price is bouncing around in. So that means this is right now we are in our current trap right now. You see that right in between there. And I'm gonna label these other ones. This is level 2, right? In this huge trap. Oops. And then this right here is level 3. I'm gonna call it level 4 because we actually in level 3 right now. So our goal, when it's already in a trap, be careful, right? Be careful. You're either gonna look for a bounce off of the ceiling down to the floor, or you want to wait for a breakout to go into the next trap, okay? Is this making sense so far? Is this making sense so far about what you see right here? And if it don't make sense, type a question mark and then work on your question. I want to hear what you got to ask, okay? All right, cool, cool, cool. Yep, making sense, making sense. All right, cool. So I'm looking to see where I want to get in on this market at. And then I'm also turn on T.Buy and see what T.Buy has to say, if anything, right about now. I'm gonna turn on both signals for a second, 1 second. Yeesh, it already won this trade. So at 7 o'clock, T.Bot said, look for a buy or sell. The sell, get in if it goes down this low. And if it does go down that low, ride it down to this point. So yeah, this would have been a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You'd have been in and out of this trade in 8 minutes. So it depends. Like, we got different signals. Some signals can be really quick. Like, you could be in and out in a few minutes, and then some might be a few hours. Okay, so it just depends on the signal and on what time of day you trading. That was crazy. 1 8-minute trade. That's wild. Love that. So let's check it out. I want to see if we can come up, if something else can pop up. But right now, T.Bot is quiet. T.Bot is telling me to be careful. I don't know. This ain't a good area to trade. So if T.Bot is quiet, I usually don't trade that market. I'm usually not looking for opportunities there. Okay. Because this thing can literally, I'm about to show you what it can do. See, it's going up. It can then bounce down here, bounce here, bounce here, bounce here, bounce here. It could do this for a little bit longer before finally going down, right? And going down into this level. You know? So this is what can happen for a while, and that's what we call consolidation. If the more it consolidates, you know, eventually it's going to bust out of there, and it's going to really start to trend in a certain direction, and that's when we make money. So I want to put in a trade so you can actually see the kind of money that you can make per trade and how to put in that trade too. But let me go over here, and I'm going to pull up T.Bot signals, and I'm going to see what T.Bot is telling us to look at right now, because it is sending us signals right now. So it's telling us to check out gold. That was 3 minutes ago. Told us to check out NJ, which is the New Zealand dollar versus the Japanese yen. Also, New Zealand dollar versus the US dollar. Remember, that's what I said. The dude made 300 million off of that. And then also Ethereum is also trending right now. So we got a couple options. We actually got a couple options. Let's look into it. The Ethereum option was right here. Okay. I might have missed it. So we're going to check it out and see. Oh, no, here we go. So Ethereum is a cryptocurrency for my people who know cryptocurrencies. So looking pretty good, looking more sellish. So that's one option. I don't love that chart, so I would keep it moving. So even though T.Bot send me signals, I choose which ones I want to put in. Okay, I really choose each one I want to put in. NJ, ooh, now NJ is looking more ready. So I'm gonna come over here to NJ and check this one out, because this one has some activity going. So for one, if I turn off T.Bot for a second, I'll notice that I'm gonna do the same thing I did on my other chart. Same exact thing. I look for my high point and I put this at the top. I look for my low points and I try to see where the market is bouncing off at. Here goes another one back here. So like, this is like my current market that is being traded right now. So this is actually the trap that we're currently in right now. And if I zoom back to yesterday, let me just go back a little bit and see, look, boom. Last week, Wednesday, the market also was what? Wednesday, December 28th. Oh, I went way too far back. All right, so this was actually not, I didn't go too far back. This is good. But I went back to Wednesday, December 28th, 2022. This is how high the market went. Okay, so we got to be careful, because the market might come to this point again and then drop again like it did before. History repeats itself. So look at this. If the market was this high before, okay, back Wednesday, the 28th of December, look what happened. Last time it was that high, the market dropped over the next, let's say 28th, 29th, 30th, 31st. Over the next week, it went down a massive amount. Sheesh. So I'm going to show you how much it went down, and I'm going to show you how much money you could have made on that trade. 270 NJ. Oh, my God. Let me show you how much money you could have made on that based on what your account size was. This is a website called Cashback Forex. and they got profit calculators. So we was just on NZD, JPY. So let me put in these prices. It would have went from 84.94 down to, let's say, 82.22 on a sell. 84.94 to 82.22. So this right here helps me figure out my profit per trade. So if I was just trading one lot on that 272, oh my God, could have easily made 2K on that trade. And that's pretty much that's on a smaller account, right? That's on a smaller account. Let me show you how much you would have made if you was on a bigger account. Let's say you had an account like a 100K account, which we said you can get $20,000 on that trade. $20,000. Look at this. My Forex funds. This is what I'm gonna help you do. Help you get these accounts. This is one of the prop firms that I use, that I got funded through. So if you want to get a $100,000 account, remember you have to pass their test. It only costs $500 to pass that test. $500, okay? You take that $500 and literally in one trade, you could have made that back and some, 20K. So this is the potential. This is how your mind has to work. This is how your brain has to see the numbers. To get to this amount of money, you need to be able to have a bigger account, 50K, 20K, 100K, right? 10K, something like that. And then you have to risk 1% to 5% on that trade. You can't risk too much because if you lose, they will cancel your account. They call it a breach. And once that breach, you have to start all the way over. But look at that. Look how much it costs to get started, okay? So one thing I didn't mention is if you sign up for our annual plan, okay, we're going to give you a $2,000 trading account, okay? We're going to give you a $2,000 trading account, okay? Really dope. So now when you start trading with us in March, you're already going to have your account. So sign up with us, learn with us. We'll teach you the strategy, teach you how to use the bot. It's crazy, right? And we're giving you a funded account. So out the gate, and this is the crazy part about this one, you don't have to pass a test. As soon as you get that $2,000 account, you have access to it. And as you grow it, you get profits off of it. So if you grow this account from $2,000 to $2,200 by 10%, right? You get 50% of those profits. The company will split it with you. We don't get nothing. That's just between you and the prop firm. You get to keep 50% of those profits and they'll double your account. So now you're going to have a $4,000 trading account. Do it again. You get to keep 50% of the profits and they're going to scale that account for you continually. They're going to consistently grow it for you every time. The way this one works, they don't double it every time. So this is what they do. It's still dope. This is how they do theirs. 20 at every 20% or 10%. So the first time you grow it by 10%, they double it. And then the next time you grow it by 10%, they 1.5x it. So they go double 1.5, double 1.5, double 1.5. So on a $2,000 account, what that means is you'll go from 2K to 4K, and then from 4K to 6K, and then from 6K to 12K, and then from 12K, I think, to 18K, and then from 18K to 36K. But look at that. Like, you putting in, for one, you're going to get this for free, but the way it would work is you would pay $100 and that can grow to 2K immediately. And now you can leverage. That's the key word here. Leverage other people's money to start to build this passive income machine. I love it. I love it. So I've been hooked ever since. This right here, this one trade could have helped you make that 20K depending on what your account size was. So I say that to say, look, I zoom back out once again. To December, it came up to that price and it dropped. It came back up again January 9th. Shout out to my brother Zachary. That was his birthday. Again. And then what did it do? Dropped. Then it came back up again to where? On January 18th, it came up again, dropped. And then today's January 23rd. It's back up here again. What's about to happen? What's about to happen? What do you think is going to happen? Right? Probably going to drop. Probably. I will put more money on a drop than a breakout. But that doesn't mean it's not going to break out. So let's keep our eye on it. Because if it does break out, it's probably going to go crazy. But I'm personally not looking to get in on a buy until it's above this white box. Okay? Until it's above that white box. It might, it might do it. You got to prove it. I need to see you go up that way. Otherwise, I'm looking for a sell somewhere beneath this. So this is where I pull out my triangle tool and I start saying, okay, I know the price has been this low. It usually goes this high, which means it probably can go over here. Oops, I just messed that whole package up. So let me go do this again. This is my low. It's been this high. This is where it's currently at. So that's my triangle. And I'm just waiting to see if that triangle gonna bust out. That's it. That's it. Let's see what T.Bot has to say about this. Boom, boom, boom. Same thing. T.Bot is telling us, if you zoom in, you see these blue markers? It's telling us to get in at a buy up here. So T.Bot is being a little bit more aggressive than I am because T.Bot didn't go all the way back to December. T.Bot can go back, and you can change this, right? We can work on this together. I want it to be customizable soon to where you can choose how far the bot goes back. I play around with it because it's hard. Like, you don't know if you wanted to go back a day, a week, a month, 2 months. What if you go back 6 months, but really you should have went back 7? So it's a kind of thing where you got to tweak and know how far should I go back. But what I just noticed was going back to December is great because it showed me that since December, 3 times after that, it's came up to the same price, which is around 84.80, 84.90. It's came in this range and it fell down. So I know that this is an area where usually it reverses. So we just got to be careful. Now, T.Bot right that we probably can get in here and get out really quick. You can make some quick money, but I will be careful and I won't get in until it's above this white box, which is above where it was in December. If you do get in at a buy right here, just get in and then be careful and try to get right back out before it starts to reverse back down. So that's on the buy side of things. And then look at this. This is crazy. Let me get my charger for my laptop. Yo, this is crazy. So you see, I just drew that triangle before I even turned on T.Bot. I drew that triangle before I even turned it on. And this is how you know me and T.Bot being sync, right? This is a tool from our ancestors. If you didn't hear already, pretty much T.Bot is inspired by our ancestors, who I call Queen T.A. And let me see if I got a picture of her pulled up real quick. If not, I'll get back to it in a little bit. I'll show you in a little bit. But pretty much, yes, it's inspired by our ancestors. And even the math I use for this, because I did use a little bit of math for this algorithm. So if you think I just got a real simple algorithm, it's not that simple. But it's you can use it, right? We literally made it public. So now you can use this algorithm. But pretty much, like I said, this is divine how this all works in time. I said we get in if this breaks out of this triangle. And then when I turn on T.Bot is saying the same thing right now too. It's saying, hey, look, you see these red markers? I'm gonna show you these little red circles right here. You see they going alongside of that triangle perfectly. Sheesh. Sheesh. And that's been the man. It's been hard to do this. It's been real hard to figure out how to do this. And the way I used to try was based off of, I don't know, just trying to do some cold stuff and like figure out if the market is ascending up. But come to find out, it's way more divine than that. I'm gonna just say this, and then one day maybe we can have a mathematics class. But yeah, numbers run the world. Like numbers run the world. And then if it's just crazy. I don't know. It's just so it blows my mind. Like if you ever study numerology or Vedic math, these are things that blow my mind. And I'm not even a mathematician or something like that. It's just when I got time to get into my nerd bag, I would love to just sit and focus on math. I wish I had the time, but anyway, that's how I was able to calculate this right here with this code. So T.bot is telling us to get in if the price comes down here, okay? If it comes down to this area. Now, I still will be a little bit more careful because you see this is also our trap floor. So I will be looking for sales around here somewhere underneath this trap, right? Underneath this trap. Let me go to the quicker T.bot. Yeah, there we go. So I got a couple things that you don't have access to right now, but in the future you will. I got a T.bot that can look on a 1 minute time frame and figure out where's the best place to insert. So this is for my people who trying to get in and out within a couple minutes. So if you look, T.bot is telling us to get in right around here, right? On the 1 minute time frame. On a 5 minute, that means every 5 minutes is telling us what to do. It's telling us to get in down here. You see where my red arrow at? Remember, I just drew this on a different time frame. On a 1 minute, it's saying, nah, I think we can get in a little bit earlier, right? Because you got to be in and out real quick and then ride it down to this point. So rock with me, y'all. I'm about to try to jump in this trade and see if it works or not. So let me just make sure I see where my trend line is at too. See if this is making sense. We got to be careful because that's a trend line there. The market is kind of trending up, also trending up right there. So I would like to see this trend line get crossed, like right where T.bot said get in at. So right around here. So I'm using this tool on TradingView called the short position tool. And pretty much it helps me identify my entry points and my exit points. Okay. My entry points and my exit points. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take a screenshot of this chart in a second. And then we can share it with each other. Locked in. Cool, cool, cool. So I'm waiting to see if it comes back down towards this point. A big part of Forex trading or any trading in general is patience and waiting for it to really go where you want it to go. So right now, this is what the market is doing. I'm going to delete this purple triangle. Nah, actually, I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep it. Just let me know where the market currently is. So yeah, I'm going to just watch this trade right here and hope that it starts to come down. If it comes down, then I can put in an order. So in TradingView, all you got to do is click create new order. And they have this thing called a trading panel here where you can do some fake demo trading. So this is what we did during the 5-day challenge. Once you sign up for that, you'll be able to go through those same steps. So down here at the bottom now, it's going to show my paper trading account. I'm up 24K, and this account is just literally paper trading I've been doing live with y'all for the past couple weeks this year. So this is the crazy part. So if you would, oh my God, I just be like, I laugh sometimes because I'm like, we give y'all the answers and so many like consistently over and over again. We started this account at the beginning of the year. All right, it was $100,000 of fake money. If you would have been trading along with us since we started doing Charts 101 a few weeks ago, you see we up 124,000. Well, we up 24K. So same thing I just told you about, you can go and get you a funded account for 100K, right? And that would have been up 24K. And if you would have did, 10%, if you keep 75, 80% of that, you do the math, you would have been up at least 20K. So I just think that's pretty dope when we run those numbers. I like to think of the potential of what we can do here, right? We proven it in real time, right? What we can really do if we all just put our mind to this together as a unit. So March, that's what we're going to do, right? We're going to really do that. So I'm gonna go ahead and click on create new order. Now it's gonna show this panel now that I got paper trading open. And pretty much what you have to do here is choose if you want to do a buy or a sell. Right now we're looking at for sell, okay? And you say you want to, how much you want to, oh, first I got to do market, limit, or stop. We want to do market. Market means you want to get in the market as soon as the sell button is pressed. Limit means and stop are the same, but there's a slight difference, which we'll talk about later. But both of these pretty much means put me in at a future price. So put me in if the market goes to this specific price. And if I click on this, you can choose whatever that price is right here, okay? So if I wanted to say right now, hey, put me in if the market comes down to this area, which is 84.72, I would just put that right here, 84.72. And then, I'll click sell. The market will only pull me into the trade, and it's going to do it automatically if the market goes down to that price right there, okay? So that's the different type of orders you can do. Put me in the future or put me in as soon as I press that button. A lot of the times I do both. I ain't gonna lie, I do both. Yeah, I was about to say a lot of times I do market, but a lot of times I do stop too. So it just depends. But when I'm doing live trading with y'all, I do market orders because I want to jump right in as soon as I see the market coming down to our prime area. So it takes patience, y'all. It takes a little bit of patience. We got to wait for it to actually come right down to where we want it to be. It's looking like it's trying. Every 1 minute, it's going to get either more green or more red. We got to wait to see what happens. In the meantime, I'm going to answer some questions. Someone said it looks like a W, so it may be positioned for a breakout. Yeah, I could definitely see. I see the W's. I see it going up. I just know for me, it's going to take, I need to see it go up for a while. Well, not that while. Yeah, up here towards this white area before I jump in. It's closer down to this other area. It's closer to this sell. And already what we're seeing as well, if you really look, let me turn T.bot off for a second. If you look, you'll also see it's kind of descending. It's kind of descending down, which makes me think that, yeah, I see the W kind of forming, but I also see a little bit of an M forming as well. So it's really about either one can happen. We're not genius of the markets, but as long as you see this kind of forming, either an M or a W, you know, okay, there's momentum in the market because they push the price from down here to up here, and then from up here to down here, and then it's up. Now, what's about to happen next? What's the next big move? Is it going to continue to the top, or is this thing about to come down? So we missed a couple big moves, and that's fine, but we're waiting for that next one. Okay, we're waiting for that next one. Thank you, thank you. I'm glad you think the software is dope. Yeah, Anthony, if you want to learn coding and trading at the same time, it definitely depends on your capacity and bandwidth, like Nicole said. Like, how much else are you doing? Are you just going to be doing coding and trading? Because I can see somebody waking up in the morning, going through their self-care routine, doing 2 or 3 hours of coding, taking a break for lunch, doing a little bit more coding, and then saying, you know what, that was a good 4 hours. Now I'm about to put the next 4 or 5 hours into trading. Like, you can do that. But if you got a full-time job and you got kids, I would say focus on one, like fit that time in just to focus on one of them. And then, like, for example, if you get trading down pat, if you get trading to a good point to where, you know, you put in a couple months and now you know how to just use the T.bot signals, or you know how to set your own signals or alerts up, you don't need to be at the charts 4 or 5 hours. You don't need to be doing that much studying, because it really only takes you, I've been timing it because I want to show people I can mark up a chart in 15 minutes, 20 minutes, right? I was going to do a 15-minute trading challenge to show you that every day for 15 minutes can change your life. But I said, no, they ain't ready for that. They ain't ready for that. But for real, you can get that good. So if you spend 15 minutes in the morning marking up your chart, you can go on about the rest of your day, wait for your alerts to go off, and then you jump in the market when it's time. You don't have to stare at the market, okay? Yeah, so this thing is looking like it's ready to come down. I'm feeling good about this M, but we'll see. This area right here is a very, very big area. We might see a bounce right over here and see more green candles like we did right here. Okay. We might very well see that. Okay. Yeah, that W is looking strong. On UJ. I'm on NJ right now. Yeah, NJ. It just ain't looking strong because earlier it was. I ain't gonna lie. Earlier it was. It might come down one more time before going up. What I could see happening is, because one thing you're going to learn is that there's different sessions to trade. If you don't already notice, because I know some of you already noticed, the market originally opens around 5, 6 o'clock. That's the New Zealand market. So 5 p.m., 6 p.m., right? Eastern time. And I'm always speaking on Eastern time when I talk, so apologize for that. But yeah, so 5 o'clock Eastern time, the New Zealand market is opening up. And that's like when some volume comes into the market. Some traders are in the market. But then at 8 o'clock, the Asian session opens up. That's when like the Japan markets open, the Japan banks. It's like 8, 9 o'clock in the morning there. And then about 2 or 3 a.m. Eastern time is when the London market starts to open up. And then around 8, 9 o'clock is when the US market starts to open up. So at each one of these opens is when you start to see more and more buyers and sellers coming into the market. So yeah, I'm thinking that the market might shoot down for a few hours until that London session opens up, and then that's when it's going to really skyrocket to the top, you know. So we're going to see. We're going to see though, because it skyrocketed to earlier today. That was crazy for real. That joint went up so quick on us. It was beautiful. T.buy signals was right there on time. I think I posted about it over in the Trading Journey channel. Yeah. Oh no, this is for AUDJPY. Same thing though. Same thing. Look, we was in this little trap. T.buy said, get in if it goes up towards the top. Get in down here if it goes towards the bottom. It did not go back towards the bottom. Okay. It did not go back towards the bottom down here. Instead, when it was bouncing around here, T.buy said, get in if it goes up above this point. And look at that. It broke above that point and just shot straight up. Straight up. Usually, the market goes up, comes down a little bit, and then continues up. Not this time. Instantly. Pew! Out of here. It was crazy. I looked, came back 5 minutes later and was like, oh, wait, I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. It was so fast. All right, so we still waiting for this. This looking strong. This looking good. I think the bulls might push. The bulls might push. So I know we're getting close to like that time. So I'm gonna just put in a trade. I'm gonna see if it goes above here. Even if it's a buy, I know I don't want to buy to up there, but I would give it a chance to pip and dip, get in and out of this market if it breaks above this green line. But it got to break above this green line. Okay, if it break above that green line. Hey, don't forget, tomorrow is our intro to coding class. We'd love to have y'all there. For my people who are still trying to figure out which direction you're trying to go, and for my people who just want to really be on point for 2030 and where they headed with all of this AI. It's went mainstream, right? We've been talking about AI for a while. We knew since last year, summer, when we started, like, we was planning our 2023, and we was like, all right, we're gonna do, you know, trading, then we're gonna do cyber, then we're gonna do blah, blah, blah. Like gaming. The gaming was the only one that didn't really fall in place for the winter month. That was holiday. We should have knew that was gonna be kind of tough to do. But then we said we're gonna start off AI in January. like it aligns so perfectly with what happened with mainstream society. Everybody over the last 2-3 months have been like talking about AI. So it really aligns for what we about to do and what we about to release. And yeah, y'all right on time. And you gotta pay attention. Like we've been trying to tell people, but unfortunately, people only want to hear it when it's trendy, when it's a hype. Because we did a webinar back in July of 2020. I remember, because back in that time we were doing a session with we were working with HP, right? And HP was like, hey, we want to film a documentary on y'all. So it's like, all right, cool. And then it was like, hey, we want to do you do live sessions? I'm like, yeah, we do them every week. It's like, you doing one this week? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, you know what? We're gonna focus on this week. We're gonna focus on the future. So let's talk about what the future is gonna look like. And we did a session on like literally everything futuristic, from AI to VR to blockchain. Like we went in on that session. And it got a nice turnout, but I just know more people should have been there. In my mind, I'm just like, people need to be hearing this right now. So it's cool. Like our job is not to judge people for not being ready. Our job is to help people get ready. That's what we do. So even with this algo trading bots, like you might have heard people talking about trading before, but how many people are trying to put you on to automating analysis, right? The people who are, they're going to try to charge you an arm and a leg to get access to their software that they probably didn't even build. They outsourced it, or they bought a license to somebody else's stuff, So like, this is all different level. It's really different over here. It's really different. You're welcome. All love, all love. You see, this thing is really bouncing in this area. It's building another little trap. We got to really be careful. It's trying to trap us again. Trying to trap us. And I'm trying to jump in this trade. I'm ready, but I'm like, look at this. It's so tricky. IG letting us rock tonight. This is crazy. Okay. They usually give us like an hour and be like, nah, y'all got to get out of here. If you've been on the IG live for longer than 20 minutes, type of 1. If you've been on for longer than an hour, type of 2. I know. And oh, yep. See, some people left the Zoom too. So I already know it's only the real ride or dies up in here right now. Unless some people fell asleep on the live. Let's go. Trying to see where this trade about to go. Yeah, people fall asleep. I get it. For real. I know some people had a long day. It's Monday. And not your dad, too. Where you at right now? Where you based at? Anybody in Atlanta? We having the event February 5th. Would love to have you guys come out and join with us. We're going to be doing some trading in person. Okay, cool, cool. Yeah, I know Jouette, Princess. I know who you are. I know you here. I'm watching to make sure you actually showing up, staying consistent. Got my eye on you, making sure you ain't gonna go ghost again. No more ghost in 2023, okay? Leave all that in the past. We all moving forward now, okay? Family friendly, yep, family friendly. So the cool thing about this right here, this practice, is that you did type everything. You don't want to type everything. You lucky I ain't call out your government. But yeah, you see right now what this market is doing is going into what we call a wedge. It's literally wedging down like into this little triangle right here, and it's going to pop out of it. It's like really going into there right now. So I'm going to zoom out too and see if we see like any kind of bearish flag or bullish flag that's happening right now. Not on a bigger level. On a bigger level, it's just consolidating at the top. It's literally consolidating at the top. Like this joint might be ready to go. I'm sorry for all this zooming I'm doing, y'all. I'm waiting. I think it's about to be time. We're gonna see. So I'm gonna move this out here because now I don't want to sell. If it's going towards the top, I actually want to buy. So you could change, right? I would say focus on one strategy. Focus on if you want to do buys or sells. But look at it. It's going up. But it's so tricky. It's so tricky. It's so tricky. All right, this is what I'm gonna do. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do a buy, and then if it starts to go down, because you can do this, you can get out of the buy and then jump into the sell. You can say, oh, never mind. So cut your losses short and then make it up on the other side. Now I say that real lightly because I don't want somebody out there getting whipsawed, right? That's the person who buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, and then you be stressed out. But this does look like a flag pattern. Boom. Yeah, I like this right here. I like this right here. So here go that red candle right here. That was very key candle because we on that trend line. We literally on it. So I'm about to make my decision here in a hot second, and I got to choose what do I want to do. Do I want to buy 900,000 units or do I want to sell 900,000 units? I think I'm going to go with the buy because it's looking kind of strong. 3, 2, wait, 1. There we go. All right, so I'm gonna push it. You see that strength right there? That lets me know. But look, we're still in this white box. So I'm gonna watch and see if it want to break out of that white box. But I did click buy. And if I go down here to the bottom of my screen, you're gonna see I'm now in this trade and I'm down currently $34. Down 34. Down 138, down 131. So let's keep our eye on it and see what does it start to do. Okay. Okay, let's go. If this turned green, that's gonna be a good sign right there. Let's go. That's green. You see the little blue arrow? Trading view lets me know that we put in a buy signal. So they got a little blue arrow for that. And now it's coming down that's pretty fast, see? So that was probably a fake out to the top, but let's see. Let's see. If it breaks out of there, goes down there, I'm going the opposite direction. And then if I lose that one too, I'm gonna take a break, take a step back and say, I'm good. But is this making sense? To my people who never traded before, are you more familiar now with what I'm trying to do, what I'm trying to calculate, what I'm trying to time? Let me know if you got more understanding, type that 1 for me. Hey, peace. I didn't know you was in here. Jeets, what's up? Yep. 21 Keys, what's up? Diamond Mine, what's up? Diamond Mine, we doing another event. We'd love to have you come back out again. I know you came to our event last year in Atlanta. Tim Kelly, just realized the camera's reversed. Oh, yeah, that's probably confusing. That's probably confusing for sure. All right, it's coming down more. So this is telling me, this is feeling real sellish. I don't get no bullish direction out of this. So I'm about to close this trade. Let me see if what happens at this trend line first. Okay, I'm gonna wait to see what happens at this trend line. And then if it don't bounce up, I'm gonna close this and then I'm gonna look for sales. Yep. And then if it bounce again, when I get into a sale, I'm be like, you know what? This market is just consolidating. Let's get out of the way. Okay. Waiting to see what happened. This is the lowest I wanted to go is at this box right here. Remember, we want to see a sale anyway. This is what we originally thought was going to happen. So let's see if it goes all the way down. But we're going to close early. Uh-oh, little bounce. Let's see. All right, that's bleeding through. Busting through the floor, breaking out that little floor. That was just 3 big red candles too, 3 big red candles. So our entry point for our sale, you see where it was, T.bot. said get in down here as a sell. That's what T.Bot said do. Okay, so we're gonna see if this stays down here beneath the floor. We're gonna definitely be lining up and getting ready for that sell. Down 600. All right, I think it's about that time. This 1 minute candle is about to close. There's 10 seconds left. 3. Yep, so I'm gonna close this right here. Boom. Now I must open back up a new trade and see if I can time the sell that's gonna continue to go down. Oop, I think I clicked buy again. No, so I gotta hurry up and close this trade out because I clicked the wrong button. I clicked buy instead of sell. So you gotta make sure up here, sell, market. I doubled my units because now I'm gonna go in the opposite direction. And see if I can make up for that loss. If I lose here, I'm done for the day. So I click sell right there. Boom, boom, boom. We down 138. We down 165, 151. So we're gonna see if this thing gonna keep on pushing down for us right here. Okay. I didn't mean to click buy. That was a little trick. That was my bad. A little rookie mistake. My bad. All right, cool. So let's see if this market, look, this is where T.Bot told us to get in at too. 26, we're down $27. We're down 110. We're getting closer to some profit. Let's go. Well, keep on coming down. Keep on coming down. Let's see what price it put us in at. So down here at the bottom, if you look, it shows you what symbol you in. It shows you what side you took, short or long, how much you bought. So these are like, think of it like stock shares. Remember I talked about currency. So you can buy 1.8 million Japanese yen, and they're pretty cheap, and you get leverage from your broker. So I know that number may look big. You may be like, I can't afford that, but that's the cool part about using brokers and also getting funded. You can trade a massive amount and make more money in a quicker amount of time. Okay. We got in at 84.72. That's the price that they put us in at. And our last price right now is currently 84.71. So we kind of winning. Yep, there we go. We winning, but we just got like, it's like a little commission in there too. So every time you put in a trade, you got to lose a little bit too. So boom, $41 profit so far. Let's go. Let's see if we can make this trade, make this, get this victory. See if we time this right. It is a little tricky though. It's a little tricky. We still got some more resistance coming. Bounces. All right, we up 41.44. Okay. Sorry to my people on IG who getting this reverse. See if I give y'all a little bit of the right way. 1 second. All right, we up 82. Let's go. Come on down. All right, there we go. There we go. There we go. We up 124. Let's go. It might be ready to drop. You see, I got that green trend line, right? So that's where it might reverse at, right there. Okay. So the goal would be for me to, there's two different ways to trade, right? One way to trade is to watch this and then jump in and jump out by pressing these buttons. So you can press this X down here if you want to just close the trade. That's one way to do it. The other way is to set it and forget it. Set it and forget it means that you put in your exit numbers. The exit numbers is where you want to get out at a profit or where you want to get out at a loss. So if I go down here to edit at the bottom of the screen and I click the little pencil button, I can change this, take profit and stop loss. So I can say, hey, I want to take out when my profit hit a certain amount of money. So I can say when my profit is, for example, my profit is, I could say $1,000 if that's how you want to do it. Right? Or you could say, I want to get out when the price goes to a specific number. So if it goes down to 84.52, right? 48, take me out. Okay. So you could put that number right in here. And then you could say stop loss. So you could say, but wait, what if the market doesn't go near my profit point and it goes against me? It goes the opposite direction. Well, you can put the most amount of money that you want to lose. You can say, hey, no matter what, I only want to lose 500 on this trade. And it's going to say, okay, well, that means you want to get out at 84.75. So the tools are all here for us. That's the beautiful part. It's all here. It's just about you learning how to use the tools. Okay. And then you can click modify. And now everything will be, do I want to get out at that point? I just put that number in. I don't know if that's really where I want to get out at. I want to get out at, let's say 84.79. Okay. So if I win, I'm going to win 2,800. If I lose, I'm going to lose $732. So that's fine. I don't mind losing a $700 trade if I stand to gain 2,800. So if I get it right, hey, I'm going to make $2,800. That's great. If I get it wrong, I'm going to lose 730. That's fine. I could lose 2 trades in a row at 700 and still my one winning trade is going to make up for it. Okay. So that's the key to winning in this game, is making sure that your wins are bigger than your losses. So I modified that. And now down here, you'll see my take profit price is here. If it gets to that number, it's going to take us out at a win. If it gets to this number, it's going to take us out at a loss. Okay. And if we get, if anytime I want to just take it out, I can click this X. Okay. So right now we're just waiting. It's a waiting game. I set those numbers in so I can forget it. I can walk away. I can go chill, watch some TV. I can go read a book. I can go to bed, go to sleep and wake up. And once I wake up, I'm going to find out if I won that trade or I lost that trade. Okay. So that right there is the essence of what we do when we trade in. And this is what I want to do with you on a regular basis. Okay. I want to do this with you week to week if you're down to join our tribe. Okay. I'm having fun with doing these Charts 101s for the public, but I really want to focus on our members. So that's where you're about to see a lot of our attention going towards, especially in February. We're about to do a boot camp, and it's going to be an AI boot camp. Just let y'all know that early, right? Y'all get that first heads up. And it's going to be for members. You know, it's going to be focused on our members, and who usually we open it to the public. But especially with information like this, it's going to be key that we give it to those people who really believe in the overall movement, opposed to just giving it away to just random people who, because remember, I got a lot of imposters out here too. So they be trying to steal the sauce. I got to be real careful with that. Okay. Let me see if we got any more questions before I wrap this thing up. Nope, we good. All right, we all good on questions? Everybody straight? Feel a little bit more confident about these markets? This thing's starting to bounce up too. You see it bouncing off that trend line? I'm gonna actually watch this too. I'm gonna check back in an hour and see what this trade really did. Not a serious trade, because remember, we went on a 1 minute time frame. The real TDAP, the signal was sent to Slack to members, said don't get in till down here, down at that point. So we waiting to see if it really comes down to that point. That's the real entry down here. The trading platform, we use MetaTrader and Owanda. Those are my recommendations. MetaTrader and Owanda, okay? And then for paper trading, like what we're doing tonight, use TradingView. Yeah, but live trades, we use Owanda or MetaTrader. That's what I recommend. And all of these trading brokers, they use MetaTrader. So they'll help you choose your broker. All right, Cassandra, you did it with us too. All right, cool. Cool. Let's check in and just see how it did. We didn't risk a bunch, so we'll be fine. Let's see what it looks like tomorrow. But yeah, that's it, y'all. That's all I got for y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Did not mean to take 2 hours. I was supposed to be reading tonight and getting ready for our event in Atlanta. So I just get passionate sometime and talking to y'all. So I appreciate y'all for letting me be your coach and guide you. And I'm just wishing y'all the best. All right. Really, really wishing y'all the best. Y'all got this. Y'all really can. Believe in yourself. Believe me, I'm somebody who come from humble beginnings, really humble beginnings. It was not easy getting to this place, but we made it, right? We made it. Nigga, we made it. And now I'm trying to spread it for sure. You're welcome. You're welcome for sure. Yep. I'm excited about this coding class tomorrow. Keep spreading the word about these free sessions we're doing. In February, we're going to lock all the way in. What do I have to do to get involved? You can join our membership. So go to the link in my bio and you'll see join our day trading membership or mentorship and sign up there. Or email us if you want to take advantage of those discount codes. Remember, they valid for 24 hours. So hope y'all take advantage of that. And yeah, we'll tap in again. I'll let y'all know what's next for our trading. Pay attention to your emails. We'll be sending you some messages. And until next time, appreciate y'all. Don't forget to bring peace and unlock. All right, y'all. Let's talk to y'all later. All right, bet. Gotcha.